Everyone, my name is Hannah Rose Giban, a grade 11 STEAM A student. For today, I am going to read my position paper as one of the final requirements in Reading and Writing Skills 11. Is there learning continuity during COVID-19 pandemic? That's the topic for this position paper. Here is the introduction. A. Introduce the topic. The COVID-19 is not just causing health crisis around the world, but it is also affecting all spheres of life, including the field of education. Educators resorted to online platforms to reach out to students. Webinars became a temporary classroom. Parents were called for monitoring at home, and students got deprived of social interaction among peers. Furthermore, the mandate provides guiding principles and delivery of online classes and approaches to be given by stakeholders like teachers and parents. World Bank 2020. E. Assert the thesis. In this time of pandemic, students is one of the most affected in terms of education. The blended learning is not really helping students into learning continuity. They had struggles in copying the lessons, especially the students from low-income families who can't afford gadgets for blended learning. Learning continuity is not for all students. Here is the counter-argument. A. Summarize the counterclaim. Others may say that the students who are nurtured in a blended learning environment develop the skills and necessities to experience college and career success. When exposed to digital, personalized instruction, students are allowed to explore and expand their talents and interests. We are forging a generation capable for defining problems and generating solutions. Students are cultivating positive relationships. Utilizing online resources in the classroom provides alternate ways of learning for students. B. Supporting information for counterclaim. The ability to shift and change in the workplace is a characteristic that identifies leadership. Investing in people is the business approach to creating sustainability and profit. Instead of hiring new workers, businesses will provide training and development for current employees. This methodology can be practiced in schools. Today's youth is already trained and equipped with technology. Educators can immerse students in a continuous learning classroom where knowledge is power and the internet is its guardian. Zorn 2021. C. Refutation. In spite of, it doesn't mean that students who are exposed in blended learning are capable for learning continuity. It is well documented that poverty decreases a child's readiness to school. If a child are not yet ready, then learning continuity is not possible. D. Evidences for argument. School's readiness reflects a child's ability to succeed both academically and socially in school environment. It requires physical well-being and appropriate motor development, emotional health and a positive approach to new experiences, age-appropriate social knowledge and competence, age-appropriate language skills, and age-appropriate general knowledge and cognitive skills. One of the key areas influenced by family income is educational outcomes. Kagan 2018. Here is my argument. Point 1. Students from low-income families had less opportunity for learning continuity. Indeed, low income is a factor that students can't continue studying, especially this time of pandemic who brings crisis to the country's economy. Many students suffered because of this. Only high-class and middle-class families can afford gadgets for the blended learning. A report by Thomas 2019 concluded that children from lower-income households score significantly lower on measures of vocabulary and communication skills, knowledge of numbers, copying ensemble use, ability to concentrate and cooperative play with other children than children from higher income households. A phone survey in Senegal found that less than 11% of children have used radio, television, and online courses to study since closed. Lineser et al. 2020. A survey in Kenya suggested that only 22% of children have access to learning. Kenya 2020. Number 2. Students find struggles in distance learning because teachers are unable to share their knowledge. Truly, many students are not satisfied for this new normal education. They haven't met the standard of the lesson. This is also the reason why many parents disagree with this type of education, because most of their children had difficulties in assimilating the lessons. Based on the response made by the respondents on the readiness of their schools to distance learning education, and through most of the respondents are in the urban areas, there are still more basic education schools that are not equipped with the facility and training to distance learning education during difficult times. Rini 2018. However, for students in high schools, teachers may use online platforms since they are tech-savvy using technologies such as email and social media. Oslo 2018. The students' activities and homework should also be interactive and suited to the learners to catch the interest. Smith 2016. Number 3. There is demand for students of their time management between answering self-learning activities and other chores. Due to the crisis, many students are already working to fulfill the needs of their families because their parents are unemployed. Their time for studying are lessened because of this, so their learning is also decreased. Theoretically, the variable of time management has direct influence on students' learning outcomes. If this time management aspect is not taken into a serious consideration during distance learning, its negative impact on learning outcomes is inevitable. Sari 2021. There were problems arise the implementation of distance learning, namely, students cannot be maximally supervised by the subject teacher during learning activities. Ilamdania 2021. Time management during a forced distance learning was particularly interesting to be studied since students were practicing it independently at home without teachers' direct supervision. Migayanti 2021. The conclusion. To sum up, the students from low-income families are the most affected during the pandemic. Not all students are capable for learning continuity. In this worldwide crisis, education is forced. Learning continuity must continue to not disrupt education and to fulfill the dreams of learners. Here is the references. That's the end of my position paper. I hope that you have learnings from it. Bye-bye!